Hi, how are you? I'm Houston, and we're back with another video. I'm gonna try and keep the intro a little short this time because last time it was a bit exhaustive. I don't know where that came from, but hey, when things happen, they happen. You gotta let them happen because they're happening. So yeah, today we're gonna be playing Lies of P, the kind of spiritual successor to Bloodborne. I don't think it's exactly fair to say that it's copying Bloodborne or that it's Bloodborne 2 or anything, because I think it really is its own thing. And I'll talk about why I believe that as I play through it, if I can actually properly gather my thoughts, because I did not take notes. I even have a notebook here because I take notes sometimes, but not this time. Thinking about it, I should probably take more notes if I want to be more precise with the way that I explain things and formulate my thoughts in a more structured way. One day though, we'll get there. It almost seems like the natural progression here with my videos is to find some hybrid between these live videos and then a more structured script-like video, because I don't want everything to be scripted unless I actually made a video essay, but I do want things to be cohesive and concise while also being filled with the proper information. If that makes sense. Maybe I'm just saying stuff, just saying words to a camera into a microphone. Okay, let's do this. I'm like, let's do this. Hit continue, and then I realize like, hey, I should probably just go from the beginning, right off the bat, and you can hear it in the title screen, is the music. I mean, the boss battle music, amazing. It's not Final Fantasy 16 amazing, but it is like orchestral enough to amp you up and make you feel more engaged with the boss fight. Chalamet souls. I've really come a long way from the deserts of Arrakis. Slow door opening, Souls-like. There it is. So I've only done one playthrough of this game so far. Obviously, I picked the strength build because I'm a caveman and guy holding big sword that's too big for him, so he has to rest it on his shoulder. Guts, Artorias, big sword. It's just the best, right? Can't deny it. But I think I'll just go with the balanced this time, the path of the cricket. So you do have a parry mechanic in this, like what I just did right there, and there is a block like that, but if you time it perfectly, it's very similar to Sekiro. I'm pretty sure I have the HUD turned off. Yeah, so let's turn on the HUD here. I was messing around, just walking around in the other playthrough. One interesting thing about this game is that your weapons have durability, and it seems to matter a lot more than in previous Souls-like games, because your weapon obviously does less damage when it's, you know, close to breaking. Also, you have to take the time to sort of step away from the battle and sharpen your blade. So you can hear that sound there, which means that it's fully sharpened. Another interesting thing about this game is that depending on the blade and the handle you have, it'll give you different Fable arts. Fable is the blue meter that's below my stamina bar in the top left there. It'll allow you to like do special slash attacks or special types of parries. Oh my god, look at this. And then I go, yeah! Nice little combo there. And right there, I finished him off with my left arm, which is obviously like a prosthetic. Very similar to Sekiro. Later on, you get different types of prosthetics, which it really does match with the style of the game too, considering the fact that you're a puppet. There was also a moment back there where that enemy's health bar turned white. And when it does that, that basically means that you break their posture. So the posture of enemies in this is invisible, but when you break it, the health bar indicates it. And if you do a heavy attack or an attack like this, which I think is considered a heavy attack with this specific prosthetic, that means that you can break it and you're able to do what's, you know, a visceral attack, or you fully stagger them, basically. So the perfect parries also build up that meter. So you can play in like multiple ways. You can just do the whole dodge, roll, attack thing like normal, or you could take a more like Sekiro path, and you can, even though you can't see the posture bar, you can attack and parry and make every single opening count and every single enemy attack count to your advantage. It's a game that really rewards aggressive gameplay, in my opinion. And I think that it does have the potential to really like be one of those Souls-like games that people come up with like interesting combos for. Like you see some really impressive stuff in Sekiro when people combine both the prosthetics and the combat arts in order to do just these insane combos. So I think that with like the addition of the prosthetic in this compared to all the Fable arts you can do with different handles and blades, I mean, yeah, people can get creative. Right here, obviously, we have a bonfire, right? Or a lantern, whatever you want to call it. It's cool that it's called a stargazer because Jiminy Cricket, who in this, his name is spelled like Gemini. So you have Gemini, the constellation, and then you have stargazer. I mean, I don't know if that's like, it's not as, maybe not as deep as it sounds, but I just think it's a really nice connection. Standard level up system, of course, like things like motivity, increase your attack. I actually don't know what motivity means. Motive, maybe like intent. So you're more aggressive. Maybe that's, I don't know. I could look it up. I'm not going to though. Maybe. Obviously vitality's health and vig is stamina. And then you have capacity, which increases your weight limit, but also your legion. And your legion is what your arm is called. I'm assuming that the meter gets longer. There's a lot of bars in this. There's like the health bar, the stamina bar, the Fable bar, the Legion bar, the durability bar. A lot of things to watch, but it doesn't really seem that overwhelming when you're actually looking at it. Ah, yes, the Souls-like dogs. Classic. I've pretty much only been talking about gameplay at this point. Aesthetics here are on point. The rain looks fantastic. The lighting is amazing. Obviously, very Bloodborne-like. It has its own flair, right? You're fighting puppets. I love the way that the puppets actually move like they're on strings. Like they're very janky. The attacks are still telegraphed in a very Souls-like way. See, the run is fine. It's smooth. It's nice that the design of the enemies is faithful to the design of actual puppets. And it's very eerie in a way to be a puppet yourself, walking around in a city where you haven't seen any humans yet. You're talking to a lantern and some strange woman. You're fighting just lifeless dolls. Another cool mechanic that they got from Bloodborne is the fact that when you're locked onto somebody, you only dash. You do the nice little sidestep, which I will say is probably a little too slow. I think that there could be 1 or 2 more iframes in it, and there could be more distance, or just the animation could be a little bit faster. The way that it's similar to Bloodborne is that when you're not locked on, you roll. I will say that later on, after you get what's called the P organ, which is basically your heart, you can like upgrade the heart of Pinocchio. So you use this substance called quartz that is obviously rare, and you get it from fighting tough enemies and bosses and all sorts of people like that. These abilities seem to mostly be passive. I'm not sure how much that'll change in the late game or in the full release. I got one where if I double tapped dodge while locked onto an enemy, it would sidestep first and then roll. Very similar to Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. It's interesting how you can, you know, dismember people, but they're just parts. They just break apart. It's also a nice mechanic how it just washed off, but you get oil on yourself because the, you know, the parts are oiled up. I like that as well. It's just little things like that that I think add to the atmosphere. I think it's worth turning off the HUD for a moment to appreciate the atmosphere here. It is really well done. The rain is a nice sound effect too. I keep talking about the atmosphere, and to me, that's very important, especially because people seem to believe that this is like a spiritual successor to Bloodborne. And Bloodborne is the god of atmosphere. I mean, so much of what makes that game amazing is that it feels lived in or died in. Dog. What could be more creepy than a circus, puppets, Victorian era architecture? I mean, it's just so eerie, dude. I love it. Introducing the parade puppets. There's a lot of nice little posters like that around the world and notes that you can find that sort of give you lore on the types of puppets in the world, and they give you descriptions of the system that was around Krot, why the puppets are the way they are now. And I'm sure we'll get a lot more of that in the full game, but From what I've seen, I appreciate it. One small gameplay detail that I enjoy is the fact that if you're out of pulse cells or Estus, whatever, if you're aggressive enough and you keep attacking, the meter will fill up and you'll gain 1 back. So right there, you can see that I just gained 1 back. So it's cool to me that if you're aggressive enough, you can have a chance at sustaining the battle for longer, like if you're close to dying. And you can see right there that I just got like some other note, which is somewhere in here. Here it is. Oh, it's an old newspaper. The Puppet Frenzy. The Puppet Uprising. It's like Singularity. The Parade Master. I mean, to me, it's pretty scary. I wouldn't want to go to any parade, but this guy's at it. So you should be able to see here at some point me break his posture. So right here, bang, break his posture, and then I can crit him. He's probably going to go into second phase here. Oh my god, he broke my posture. Okay, this is tough. First try. And nope, I forgot that he's got 2 attacks right there. It's all good. You can't have a god run every time, right? You could see up there in the top left how I blocked that attack and I didn't take damage, but I was able to heal again as long as I attacked the enemy. So that's very similar to Bloodborne, where you can gain your blood back. Show it to you again if you missed it. So right there, boom, I'm taking damage, but my health doesn't go down yet. And then I regain it back. You can see I'm still missing a little bit. I do think something like that is a nice addition because it rewards aggressive play. You can't just sit back and be scared the whole time. Like you got to get in there. One thing that's also interesting that I guess eases the game a little bit. I mean, it's small, but if you die outside of a boss fight, your ergo is outside the arena. So you don't have to go in there and like scramble to like pick up your souls. This is not the run. Wait, I may have spoken too soon. See, like you can use a downtime like this to heal your weapon durability. Yikes. I shouldn't have lost that. Oh my god, I forgot that he does that. Oh my god. This could be it. Just kidding. Oh no. You know we got to finish him in style. A big old falcon punch. Second try. There you go. I got some quartz here. So later on, I can use that quartz in order to upgrade my heart, the P organ. And I also got like a special ergo, which is like, it's almost like the core of the boss, which I think is really cool. Rare ergo. Ergo obtained from the Parade Master. Although the entire audience disappeared in a pool of blood, the Parade Master was cheerful. As long as there's a king, the show must go on.
The hotel's security excludes puppets like you, so you'll have to lie to get inside.
See, it's interesting. She says that I'll have to lie. Obviously, everybody knows the whole thing with Pinocchio is when he lie, his nose grows, right? doubles in length, I think it is. You're faced with dialogue options in this to tell people one thing or another. And when I did my first playthrough, I told these people at the door that I wasn't a puppet, and they believed me. But here, I'm gonna actually say that I'm a puppet, and I'm just gonna see what happens.
The hotel forbids all outside puppets. Please leave the premises.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Grand Covenant's fourth law. A puppet cannot lie.
I'm special, right? I'm special. The interesting thing about that is that because I lied right there, it just said in that dialogue box that my springs were changing, or like my gears were changing. I don't know, and it doesn't tell you unless I missed it, but there are probably implications to lying throughout the story that like change your P organ, or they just change the way that the gameplay loop goes. Obviously, you can't have a Souls-like without drip. And here we have a like a schoolboy outfit, kind of different than the old like pirate crusader like tights, leggings, all that. This is obviously like a Firelink shrine type thing. You know, you could upgrade your weapons, you can change your Legion arm over here. I think this game has a lot of promise, and I think them releasing the demo a few months early when a lot of us didn't even expect a demo, at least I didn't, was a really great way for them to get more support and get feedback from people who are very passionate about these types of games. Because honestly, man, I will eat Souls-likes up. I love Fallen Order. I love Jedi Survivor. Obviously, like Breath of the Wild, TOTK, they're kind of in the realm, but obviously more on the open world side. But yeah, games like this, and then the hype for Armored Core as well. You know, everybody wants Bloodborne on PC. Everybody wants it remastered. Will it ever come? Who knows? But we can get games like this, which are a really refreshing take on the Souls-like formula that people like me know and love. And honestly, like, what a strange and interesting concept for a Souls-like. I don't know anything about Pinocchio apart from, you know, like the Disney movie, right? For them to create the world of the 1800s or something like that, where you're literally playing as a puppet, but the combat is engaging, it's challenging, and the boss fights are cool, the enemy designs are great. Yeah, what more could you ask for? I understand I'm kind of repeating a lot of the same points, but I think that like people expect everything to be exactly like Dark Souls or exactly like Elden Ring. Like they want a duplicate, but they want something new at the same time. I feel like it's a weird, like, contentious relationship. To me, this game delivered on a higher platform than I expected of it. So yeah, I'm really excited for the full game. I understand that I just kind of breezed through that whole part, but I just wanted to say a couple things about it because I'm excited for the full release, and I think that the gameplay obviously needs a little bit of polish, but I really do think that the core is there. Like the base game is really great. I'm intentionally not showing like more of the game just because I think that people should go and play this while it's still available. I think it's extended until like the 27th of June. So that's 9 days from now. Go check it out. Play it for yourself. I know that people have gripes with the dodge and the parry timing more than anything. They're really not that bad. Again, I just think that there need to be a couple more iframes and the dodge just needs to be a little bit faster. I also wanted to say real quick that I started streaming on YouTube now instead of Twitch. It just seemed like the natural progression because now I have my uploaded videos, my live streams, and my shorts all on the same platform. Nice, cohesive, sweet little bundle right there, one channel. Alongside that, I want to say that I appreciate any of the people that came from my Twitch chat to watch the first couple streams that I've done so far on YouTube. It really means a lot. I mean, I spent a lot of years on Twitch and I didn't have a massive following, but I had people that showed up all the time, and that really does mean a lot to me. If you're new, what's up? How's it going? Hope you like this video. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Have a good week. Appreciate you.